Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day to start things off. It says Bitcoin's intense sell-off has slowed over the past 24 hours, with bulls garnering some notable buying pressure with the lower $8,000 region, subsequently leading BTC to enter a short-term bout of consolidation around 8,600 US dollars. Although bulls have shown some sign of strength during the latest leg down, it is important to keep in mind that this price action over the past week has been bear favoring, and its deep retrace from its yearly high seems to suggest its bullish market structure may have been invalidated. Now, top analysts are noting that an incredibly strong resistance level that exists just a hair above Bitcoin's current price region may be enough to spark a major sell-off. At the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading down nominally at around 8,600. It's actually around 8,550, at least at the time of me making this video, which is around where it has been trading for the past 24 hours. Cryptocurrency's ongoing sell-off first began last Sunday, when it ran to highs of $10,000 before facing a swift rejection at this level, with bulls' inability to recapture its position above this level being a grave sign for the crypto. So before we get too doomy and gloomy, keep in mind that Bitcoin is not, and the rest of the cryptocurrency market are not, the only markets that are affected. Right now, we know exactly what's going on in the world. We don't have to dig deeper into it. It's affecting all markets across the board. We went over that a day or two ago. Gold was affected. Bonds were affected. I'm sure in many cases, even though we may not have heard about it, real estate markets have probably also been affected as well. There's a large amount of news. This one says Bitcoin faces drop to 8,000 US dollars following bearish reversal signal. This one says Bitcoin price falls $1,400 in 1 week. Is the bear market back? I think it has nothing to do, my personal opinion, with an actual bear market. If the cryptocurrency market were the only market on this planet that was not faring well over the last 2-3 weeks, then I would say, okay, we might have a problem. But as every other market on this, I read an article, I don't remember which website, it might have been Forbes or CNBC, it was somewhere. And I think they said, oh gosh, what was it? I think around 35 million Bitcoin or something, basically almost double the equivalent of all the Bitcoin that are currently out there. That much money had been wiped from world markets over the last couple of days, not even couple of weeks. The last couple of days, all that value had been wiped from market. So we're not the only market that is trending downward. Once again, we are in a very highly mega super ultra speculative market, being in cryptocurrencies. No one knows where this industry will be in 10 years, nonetheless in 5 years. So whenever we see people selling off major stocks or major markets are also not faring well, one can only assume that a highly speculative market that has only been around for just a smidge above 10 years is probably also going to be a bit shaky as well. As you might imagine, this is the news that's everywhere news. A lot of people are, I don't want to say that they're panicking, but I think fear-based news does a lot better than happy news. I'm sure you've noticed even on normal television, you probably don't hear a lot about the really great things that are happening in your neighborhood or how many so-and-so did this or about donations. It's always very sad, very angry, very fear-based things. So the fact that the cryptocurrency market has been dropping, especially after we kept on hitting $10,000. Everyone's like, it seems completely bearish, or just logically, maybe cryptocurrency isn't as stable or stronger than traditional markets because we're still not a multi-trillion-dollar market. And this one says, just to bring it on home, EOS price breaks support at $3.38 with more lows to come. I could have showed you this for every single cryptocurrency, every single major cryptocurrency had a news story like this somewhere on the internet talking about the prices are low, they keep going lower, they're looking like they're going to go a lot lower. But you know what ends up happening is, and then if on Monday, that is tomorrow, traditional markets bounce back. If they bounce back, we will probably see a bounce back in the cryptocurrency markets by Wednesday, if not Thursday, as everything kind of clears up. However, anticipate, this is very important, if traditional markets go down as markets begin to open around the world tomorrow, if gold and silver continue their plummet movement down in price tomorrow, if bond prices, if so-and-so, we keep getting tons of indications from governments who are talking about quantitative easing or printing money to be able to push into other markets, just get ready for further downside. It does not mean that people are bearish on the cryptocurrency space. It's that people are afraid, and fear is a very strong tool to get people to sell stuff that they probably should not be selling. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to work backwards on this one, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Cryptocurrency exchange Luno, that is Luno, based in London, has stated that it will soon add XRP to its list of tradable assets for customers to enjoy. The news comes after Luno engaged in a year-long poll in which all customers were asked which new assets they would be likely most interested in trading or purchasing in the future, aside from Bitcoin and Ethereum. As the exchange already offered those assets, Ripple earned the #1 spot, which has prompted the trading platform to take immediate action and set aside a special place for the world's third largest cryptocurrency. It says Ripple is unusual and that despite a relatively shady history, oh boy, come on, this is so, I should have known better. The name of the website is Bitcoin News. The entire point being, this was also everywhere. As far as Luno adding XRP, and I couldn't figure out why this news had been so popular. This is why I said we're going to move backwards on this one. Here's another article from Daily Hodl. It says 3 million traders reveal most popular crypto assets after Bitcoin and Ethereum. Where is it? It says a year-long poll at the London-based cryptocurrency exchange is offering a unique look at the most popular cryptocurrencies after Bitcoin and Ethereum. Luno asked its 3 million users which coin they want to buy this year, apart from the other two. Forbes recently reported that it grabbed a copy of the... This is all kind of weird. So apparently what happened was that Luno was asking 3 million people on their platform what other cryptocurrencies they would like to have on their platform aside from just BTC and ETH. But then the news it gets really weird because Forbes then reported that 3 million people had actually answered the question when I think Luno only has 3 million users, which would then mean that every single person on the platform was actually answering this question, which I don't think that I doubt that you never get a full, if you have 3 million users, you usually don't get 3 million people answering. So apparently the #1 coin after a year-long survey on Luno was XRP. That's why I said working backwards, because the news I kept on seeing everywhere that Luno was adding a brand new coin, and I was like, cool, that's just normal news. But then it got a little, anyway, other, like literally the word other, took second place, followed by Litecoin and Lumens, which got the top 4. Grabbing the 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th spots were Bcash, Binance Coin, Monero, and for some reason, the 8th coin that people on Luno wanted was USD coin. They also had Zcash, which got 9th, and Maker, which got 10th. It says a large number of large cap of cryptocurrencies did not make the cut, including EOS and Tezos. Here's the actual list right here. So yeah, I really don't know. There's so much weird news in the cryptocurrency space, and a lot of times I just don't know how to deliver it. So apparently Luno is big enough. If you live in the UK, can you, and I'm not joking, tell me if you use Luno. Firstly, if you've heard of Luno. And yeah, apparently 3 million people responded saying that they wanted XRP. I love that the second coin is just other. Like that, like what would that even be? Like just other, I wonder what the other coins were that people wanted on that platform. But then it's XRP, LTC, Lumens, Bcash, and you know the whole rest of the. Here's the actual Forbes article talking about it, and I find it very weird for what it's worth. Remember that other cryptocurrency exchange, I think they're also based in the UK, who said that they were going to be delisting Ethereum? And then there are other cryptocurrency exchanges, and there are other crypto exchanges who, and I don't even care if they haven't added XRP. It's more like it's really weird to be in a market where there are about 10,000 cryptocurrencies right now, but just not to even have the complete list of the top 10. And then ask your customers which of the top 10, rather from the 11 to 20, would you like to have on the platform? It's always a little weird, and it's weird because it's always the same ones that people are asking to have on their platform. So I guess it took them an entire year to realize that they should add the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th cryptocurrencies. It's kind of like the Gemini twins. Like the Gemini twins also don't have a lot of, but they're also, here's the Forbes article once again. This was also everywhere. It's just weird news. And it's going to get weirder, so let's move on. Coinbase is in the news today. Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the US, is testing controversial facial recognition technology produced by the company called Clearview AI. The company confirmed to BuzzFeed in a statement. Clearview's artificial intelligence software learns from a database of over 3 billion images pulled from social media sites to identify people's faces. Such technology is useful for companies or law enforcement organizations that want to track criminals based on photographs or videos. Among other clients, which total more than 2,900, the U.S. federal agencies such as ICE and the FBI and corporate giants like Walmart, BuzzFeed discovered from an anonymous source supplied documents. Since Clearview does not request consent from those it profiles, of course not, privacy advocates have admonished the organizations that use it, particularly law enforcement agencies, since their scant regulatory framework around it. They said this tool goes way beyond anything that is legal, and there is literally no accountability for how they're going to use it. They could walk into a supermarket, scan people, see if it matches up, and deport them immediately. Privacy advocates from within the blockchain community have also criticized the technology. Privacy-based cryptocurrencies like Monero are prized for their anonymity. For instance, a principal Clearview's technology disregard. So the main takeaway is, you can see it right here. It says Coinbase tested facial recognition software developed by controversial startup Clearview AI. This one says Coinbase's facial recognition experiment uses Clearview AI lands in controversy. For some reason, Coinbase is using facial recognition technology. I read somewhere that allegedly, they're using this for their employees, and they said that it will not go any further than that. Part of the issue is that it usually does go further than that, and we've already had discussions before about why would companies need to implement or have these things for their user base. If we get news over the next 6 to 12 months that Facebook's app or anything like that is going to have some type of a facial scanning software for you to be able to use their platform, I really worry about the industry and where a lot of this is going. Maybe it's just me personally, but I mean, why are you using facial recognition software for, like, it's one thing. I will say this. It's one thing if I had $50 billion in crypto and I'm trying to access my money. I could understand making sure that it's me. That part I get. I'm not gonna even dig any further because no one really knows, but this is definitely making the rounds. A lot of people are little question light bulbs above everyone's head. Why would you be using this? Anyway, that was definitely everywhere as well. News. A lot of news we've been getting has been like kind of like clustered everywhere. We used to get a lot of news before that was kind of like all over the place. That like this one website had this kind of news, but it seems like there's like really weird things constantly popping up all the time. So they're all jumbled together. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, where are the words? Jack Dorsey's mobile payments company known as Square, which has introduced millions of users to Bitcoin through the company's Cash App, just sponsored Super Cash App Friday to give away $30,000 worth of Bitcoin. The campaign is designed to introduce more mainstream users to cryptocurrency, allowing anyone over the age of 18 or older with an Instagram or Twitter account in the United States to enter the sweepstakes. As of Friday, the sweepstakes had over 21,000 likes on Twitter. There's the tweet for it right there. Square has also teamed up with TikTok to push Cash App to mainstream millennials, wow, and to introduce millions of users to Bitcoin through a viral song called Cash App. Produced by musician and influencer Shiggy, the song has garnered over 136 million views. I've never heard of that. I feel like I should find that. With pop culture marketing efforts targeting Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok users, Cash App has grown to 24 million active monthly users and the second most popular finance app on the Apple Store. It reported $178 million in Bitcoin revenue last quarter. So the reason I bring this up is that I've noticed a lot of other people before. I used to stray away from any type of giveaway and or news like this, but apparently people love it. Like, remember before when Coinbase was giving away Lumens and Tezos and all the other stuff, and I was like, and other people were like, no, I actually would like to get $10, $20, $30 worth of Tezos. So here we are. And the reason I mention this is because I don't know if there is an actual time frame on this. And what I mean by that is this news came out yesterday, which means it came out Saturday. And this says Super Cash App Friday. So I don't think that they would have announced Super Cash App Friday news on a Saturday for something that would have been done. If you get kind of what I'm saying, because this appears to be ongoing. Anyway, if you are looking, I think every person would get, I think it said it around here. Did it say it? I don't know. I saw it somewhere. There we go. Apparently, you can win $500 worth of Bitcoin. And I think you can also tag a friend. So maybe they also get some money. Anyway, yeah, that is the Square Cash App free Bitcoin 18 or older news. And also, what is TikTok? I know what Cash App is. I feel like I have to hear this song now. I'm hoping it's not terrible. I always get very cringy when I can't be the only one when things are like made for what's the word? To like promote the cryptocurrency space or like promote crypto usage. And they end up being very like awkward to kind of watch, and I get very cringy and I have to turn them off. Anyway, that's the Cash App news. If you have a Twitter or Instagram and you're over 18 in the US, I guess just go to Cash App at Twitter and see if you can still get some free money. I didn't mean to say it that way, but you... Anyway, to finish things off, where are the words? A new report shows crypto whales are vital to the survival of blockchain-based gambling apps. According to the crypto company DApp Radar, as much as 80% of the value flowing through a number of decentralized gambling apps on Ethereum, Tron, and EOS are coming from high net worth individuals, meaning very rich people. The report also finds whales are extremely sensitive to new features on blockchain gambling apps and are quick to jump ship if the potential returns are tweaked. Yeah, of course, if you have free reign to kind of go back and forth and make tons of money on a platform, and then someone introduces something where you can only, air quotes, only trade about 50,000 per day or bet 50,000 per day when you were betting millions before and you were making tons of money, you're going to leave the platform. They said, in addition, whether or not they are actively in contact with each other, the whales, are highly likely to act in unison to react to any changes in a dApp or the launch of a new dApp they consider offers better opportunities. In that context, successful dApps will typically generate a high percentage of value from its top wallets. Hence, a decline in this metric is often, but not always, a negative sign. I guess the news here is not only are whales controlling every single market on the planet, but they're also controlling gambling apps on the 3 major dApp platforms. I don't know. I don't think anyone out there is shocked. I don't think anyone is gasping for breath as I told this news. But yeah, it kind of just makes a lot of sense there. And I think I get so used to my own reality that I usually forget that other things are taking place in the world. I've been reading and I click around a lot. I listen to podcasts. I try to see what else is out there in the cryptocurrency space. And I always forget that there are people who trade crypto, and whether it kind of goes up or down, they find a way to profit from it. And there are people who, like, since the beginning of the year have made like 15 million, like just trading coins and stuff like that. There was a podcast, I can't remember what it was. It was 3 guys. They all sounded very like bro-ish. I can't remember what it was called. But they were talking about some trades that they had made. And one guy was like, yeah, last week I only made 15,000 from one trade. He was like, it was a pretty slow week. And I was like, what? Like, it's just these, I don't know. And then also the same exact thing, like with dApps and stuff like that, or rather like the gambling apps on dApps. Did that rhyme? There's a lot of S's. The point being that people, I'm not telling you to use them, but it's that I think we sometimes forget that there are other ways to make money, and it kind of, I don't know. I always get a little shocked when I hear of the other ways that people are making crypto. Anyway, as always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Chongololo Tsongololo, Nostromo, Mr. Pickles, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, A Bibliophobia, Barebones Mining, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Mohameroni, Massive Ventures in Thailand, Brady Niels, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight, Owl, 242 to the World, Crypto Joe, Bankroll Network, Adobo, Milweezy, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Nicholas Renerth, One Piece, One Love, Damien, Setsuna, Nick, Kanai, and Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Krypton Beer, Shipmate, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Anthony Charles, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes, to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Arfmedic17, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Creole, and Michelle URL. And hold on, I have to sneeze. Thank you all very, very much for your support, and thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel and click the little join button below the video. At the moment, the cryptocurrency market, I'll show you something quite weird. Do you see, for those of you not looking at the screen, around, it must have been a good 11, 12 hours ago, there's a very weird dip in the cryptocurrency market, a little movement up, and then a shot back up again. You can even see on Tether, this really weird buy-sell dip situation that ended up happening. Depending on when I look at the prices, they were all in green. I mean, not like big green, but then they start going back into red. I dare not use the M word, that is to say manipulation. It's clear that behind the scenes something is actively happening. We've seen over the last week, at least every single time that I've given you the news and I've shown you the prices, we continuously see that there are always moments where prices are trying to go back up and they are forced back down. I've been reading that a lot of people have been putting sell orders around major points of, what's the word? Points of resistance. And they're seeing a lot of sell orders around the $9,800 and $10,000 level. So that should prices rise that high, that they'll simply be forced back down. Who knows what's going on? And I mean that in the most literal way. Who the heck knows? Because this market and every other market are extremely weird. It could be that people are trying to force down the market so that there isn't any type of rally should world markets continue to decline tomorrow morning, and therefore crypto is then also going to decline based off of fear. Maybe they're just, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on. I saw an article, and even the one that we were going over yesterday. Funny how time works. They were saying that they projected that over the weekend that Tezos and Chainlink would continue to perform well. First of all, Chainlink was up by like 40% in like 2 or 3 days, so it's okay for it to have a bit of a breather, if you will. And there was another really weird one that had popped up. Where was it? Not Bitcoin Gold, it's Kyber Network. By 53% in the past 24 hours. I'm going to assume that none of you have also heard any news about Kyber Network. But alas, here we are. The same exact thing happened before. And what ends up happening is that people end up telling me in the comment section that I simply missed something. And it's like, no, I'm sure I didn't miss any pertinent news about Kyber Network. Especially when they were clearly coin number 60 about a day or two ago. It's only because they've jumped up by 53%. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. I think there was something else I had to say, but I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's more like I take moments like this kind of like breathers. You've seen my energy before when the cryptocurrency market is like really doing well. It's a lot. Like my blood sugar level spike. Like I start going completely insane. So I look at all their faces. They look terrified. So I take moments like this in stride, and I kind of just allow myself to be able to relax a little bit more. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this weird news. Hope you all are having and continue to have a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. While prices are down, I'm curious, which coins are you all buying? Like which, if any, many people choose not to buy at certain times, maybe in anticipation of a further price drop. But what coins are you accumulating as prices are down? At the moment, I will tell you, of course, I'm trying to get more Bitcoin always. I'm accumulating a bit of Ether, some XRP. I thought about, I'm not going to lie, I did think about Tezos, but my body keeps telling me no. And I'm trying to actually, and yeah, I'm doing pretty well on my goal of trying to accumulate a large amount of Cardano in anticipation of what could potentially be one day Cardano going back up to $1, and then I'll treat myself. I've been on this stint recently where it's a very weird first world problem. And I even feel weird saying it out loud. I've been realizing that I want to buy more real estate than I already have, and I've been looking at like tons of like studio flats and stuff like that, just trying to gauge the best way to be able to like move around money to be able to get more property. And the idea of being able to accumulate, or rather just having enough crypto in general, that should prices even go back to a fraction of where they were before, that I'd be able to sell off some altcoins and buy up tons of property is a very exciting prospect. So this is why I try to remain, word isn't stable, like calm. I just wait for prices to go back up, kind of, because I know it'll happen eventually. But I'm definitely, I want to buy more property. It's driving me completely insane. Anyway, didn't mean to be too candid there, but it's definitely something that's on my mind. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, supporting, and everything else you do. That's amazing. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.